Storm Tracker weather starts now with Chief Forecaster Bob McGuire.
And good evening, everybody. We're going to start off tonight with a picture from Lynn Richardson. We're looking at the Shoshone River. He said he wanted to go out there and take a look and see if we could find some fall colors, and we kind of did out there. That's kind of cool looking shot. Look at the mountains here in the background. Yeah, what a nice look. Almost looks like an oil painting, doesn't it? But anyway, let me show you another picture. This comes with some Greg Wise out there by the Snake River, and you can see it had sun had already set, but it was reflecting off some of the cloud cover there. Really pretty shot out there. Thanks for sending that in, Greg. Meanwhile, look at that, folks. Your moon is not full moon, but it's almost full. It has been rising for the last hour or so. Now it's just about halfway up in the sky. Meanwhile, here's our current temperature, 65 degrees, one of those clear skies. Winds are out of the west at about 15 miles per hour. And as you'll see here, temperature today, the high temp was 78 degrees. The average high is 64. The record was 85. So back in 1943, the record low was 24 back in 2000. And that sunset tonight at 6:45. Yeah, it seemed like it was a little earlier, didn't it? Meanwhile, no new precipitation to talk about. So here's where we are for the month, nothing. And so we need to be at a quarter inch to be caught up to average. For the year, we're at 1028. Sounds good until you realize we need to be at 11.59 inches to be caught up to average. So obviously we're starting to slip farther and farther behind. Our current temps right now, though, we're starting to cool down into the 50s in the southwest. 60 over at Missoula right now. You see some 50s and 60s across the high line. Everywhere else, generally 50s and 60s. A little cooler over at Sheridan, 48 degrees, 49 at Glendive. But check this out. These were our reported highs for the day. Everybody, all the way around the board, everybody got into the 70s today. It was a perfect day out there. We loved it. Now, as you can see, things are really starting to shape up. As far as cloud cover, most of that still seems to be shooting past us. We have a little bit of a northwesterly flow of air. Earlier today, we did see some spotty rain showers moving towards the extreme eastern edge of the state around Miles City. They had some sprinkles move through there and then just kind of zoomed in and zoomed out, and that was it. So as we move on, you can see the big ridge of high pressure continues to dominate over the Pacific Northwest. Warmer temperatures along with it. Now, at the surface, we do see high pressure here kind of warming us up a little bit, taking this warm air and kind of wraps around and goes this way. And so it's going to happen. We see another cold front dropping down from Canada. It's in the process of forming here, but as that high pressure gets close to us, it's going to kind of escort that cold front up and around the Billings area. So tomorrow we're actually going to warm up pretty nicely by the time 6 p.m. Tuesday gets here, probably get up into the 80s. But then after that, this whole thing nosedives down in towards Wyoming, and we'll see the cooler air move into the Billings area on Wednesday. So we'll knock it back to the 70s, and eventually the warm air in the west will move here, and on Thursday we'll warm back up again. But in the meantime, we're looking at temps into the 40s and 50s for overnight lows tonight, with generally partly to clear skies. Then for tomorrow, back up into the 70s, some low 80s, 83 in Billings, 85 at Forsyth, 87 over at Hardin. That'll be kind of warm tomorrow. Elsewhere, you see 74 over at Red Lodge. Back here in Glendive, about 80 degrees, 82 at Miles City tomorrow. But for Billings tonight, we're going to cool back down to 50 degrees with mostly clear skies. Next 7 days looks like this. It will be 83 on Tuesday. The high that day is 86. That's the record high. 72 on Wednesday with mostly sunny skies. Back up to 82 on Thursday. Mid-70s on Friday and Saturday. Then on Sunday and Monday, we roll back down into the 60s with about a 20 to 30% chance for scattered rain showers each day. That's a look at the weather. Let's go back to Russ.